What up, Smart Rapper Gang?
Smart Rapper Gang!
Today is a video on how to know when you're supposed to get a manager, okay? I had an artist reach out to me. He signed to Warner. He has 1 million streams already on his new song on Spotify. His song was premiered on Hot New Hip Hop.
Wow.
Okay, so these are all big things. He's doing big things. He said, he actually sent me a DM, right? He said, "What's up, Rob? My song Mozzy is almost at 1 million plays. Currently, I'm still signed to Warner Music. They're asking me to look for a good manager or have management," which makes sense. 2 things. Are you currently looking for any artist to manage, which people ask me all the time? And number 2, how can I find a good industry manager? And if so, can you refer me to some? Cool. If you really look at how far he's gotten on his own, even though he's signed, but without a manager, that's actually really good. Fantastic job. So super props to him. Right now, he's being a smart rapper. He's realizing, okay, now it's time for me to get a manager. Obviously, the label's telling him, but I think at the same time, he would have realized, okay, it's that time and I need a manager to move forward. What I tried to do is I tried to reach out to some people that I knew and was trying to see if they had time. So for instance, I had a guy that helped me get my deal with RBC. I reached out to him because he manages and oversees artists, and he shows me artists all the time. He's like, "Yo, help me with the marketing of this dude. Help me go over here." Like, he's a really good friend of mine. And I showed him that guy, and he was like, "Yeah, he's cool, but I don't have time to do that right now because he's already managing so many other artists," right? And then I tried to reach out to my other guy. My other guy's like too busy. So at the same time, the person has to have the time and the energy and the belief in the person in order to want to help manage them. And all the other managers I know primarily manage pop artists or people who are already making, $100,000 a year, and they already know they're going to get their cut of investing in that artist. When a manager decides to invest their time and energy into you, they have to know that it's going to be worth it to them, or they have to have so much belief in the fact that you're going to be massively successful that they're willing to invest all that time and energy in the beginning for no money. Because if you're not making any money and they get 20% of your money, but you don't make no money, they get 20% of nothing, right? So it's a long haul. So here's what I'm saying, that when is a good time to find a manager? A good time to find a manager is when you're actually bringing in money, because then everybody's going to want to hop on board, but then you have to go through and you have to sift through and see, okay, who is the right person for me? Who really believes in me and who can take me to the next level? How do their connections look and everything else like that? When you get to a point where things are getting overwhelming and you can't handle it by yourself, that's when it's time to get a manager. And by the way, my guys, they're just too busy. It's really nothing against him. And if I had time, I could see myself helping this guy, but again, I don't have time. I have to do all these other things myself. So just clarifying, I'm not taking away from him in any way, shape, or form just because my guys didn't have time to deal with him. Because right now, he is at a point where if he got a good manager and he chose the right person, he could use that to build himself more momentum and really connect with people while he's hot right now. If you get a single that's moving and you can get somebody else on it, and I'm not gonna lie, the shit was actually pretty hot. It wasn't bad at all. I was like, oh, okay. I can see why this guy streams like this. I can see why he's doing his work. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing fantastic. But he does need a manager. It's that time for him to get one. So if you're overwhelmed, you can't handle it, and you're ready to move to that next step, that's the time. But if you're still releasing songs and you're not really buzzing, you don't really need a manager yet, unless the person, again, it's the person who truly 100% believes in you, right? And they have the connections. That's when it's time. A lot of people start with a friend as a manager, right? But from my experience, that really don't do shit. They don't do shit for you unless your friend is a super hustler and he's super good at making connections. And even then, it really depends on a lot of factors, okay? If you're at a point where you can handle everything, handle it. If you're at a point where you need help navigating and you need a smart person that has that intuition of helping you make the decisions to move forward, find that person and they're gonna help you, okay? But make sure, if you're gonna do a manager contract, especially in the beginning stages, try to keep that person closer to the 15% range. They're gonna want 20% or more, but if they're not established, they're not worth that money. Don't give them 20% of your money, no. And make sure, at the same time, an incredible tip, make sure that there's an end clause inside of your contract, which is a way to make sure that the contract will end, right? And do not let them, give you a contract that's really going to screw you in the end, okay? Make sure that the contract has an end clause that says this is when it's going to end, and it can end on these terms. It can end if you're not doing work for me. You can put anything into a contract, okay? So make sure that you're safe when you're signing a contract with anybody. All right, you just became a smarter rapper. You know what time it is.
I got this right here, man. It's time for word of the day. New words you can say, new words for your rhymes and for your wordplay. By the time you leave this video, you'll be smarter than you was before.
This is so stupid. All right, time for word of the day. This is such a weird word, but the word is yag. And it's just interesting because it actually means a safe cracker, someone who breaks open a safe. I don't even need to use that in a sentence. It's a noun, a yegg. That's weird, right? Hit me with a like, hit me with a comment. Let me see your 4 bars below for the day using the word of the day so you can retain it and be smarter. You just gained a lot more smart rapper points. Okay, and at the same time, hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell when you do, because it's gonna notify you every time I release a new video so you can become a smarter rapper. And I release a new video every single day so that you can do that. All right, and every time you watch a video, you get smarter. You watch a video, get smarter, get further. You know what I'm saying? All right, so go ahead and check out these videos. Subscribe to my other channel. I'm at 100K on there. Okay, we're growing like crazy. I'm gonna have videos and other stuff for you guys below. I have other videos on managers, things to avoid management contracts so that they don't screw you. I have a whole bunch of management videos. If you go to my main channel and you type in manager, all those videos will pop up. All right, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Keep hustling, gang.